Good afternoon, everybody. Woo! Trelane here. I'm in my house today on my computer because, remember I talked to you, if anybody that follows us, I talked to you about how responsive we are in crisis, even now. So I like to, support our staff. And so last night, we had a kiddo that just, he has some special needs and he needs special care. And, he escalated and, and there I was until 2 o'clock in the morning. But again, I love this work so much to where it's worth to me the sleep that we may lose sometimes. So I'm going to also go on Facebook because I do like to do that, as well as StreamYard. And y'all, I'm not looking very professional today, so please forgive me. I got to get myself together. I'm super tired. My daughter bought me this, and my niece brought me this shirt talking about running because I said I had a FloJo inside of me, but I ain't started none of that. But I am running a lot as far as business and things like that. So I can't find a place for this. But anyway, today I am going to be talking about your life's calling. So I just mentioned about how doing this work is very fulfilling, because I really do believe that this is my calling. This is a part of my purpose to serve these children. So the heartaches and the successes and everything that goes along with it, to me, is worth it. At the end of the day, it's worth it. So we've talked about the need for foster parents in these conversations, and I apologize because again, I have both Facebook and the StreamYard going on. I'm not set up in a good spot, but we've talked about this before. Hey, Kathy, happy birthday! And we talked about the need, and the only way you can really fulfill this need is if you really believe that this is part of your purpose and this is part of your calling. So I believe in God, so I believe that God has called me to this purpose. Now, the only reason why JMC is so successful, so far in our 4th year, we've served over 300 children in our emergency placement homes. Countless hours of visitation, parent-child visits. We love hearing when a child is going back home to their parent. It means that the parent has done what they've needed to do to get their child back with them and reunite. That is a great success. So, and then now we have our child placement agency where we are now able to recruit, license, and place children in various homes. But the only reason why we're so successful is because while I believe that this is my calling and this is my purpose, I have a team of staff who also believe that. Hey, Sherry. Hi, Patty. Hey, Patty, it's been a while. Patty, I need to get with you. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk later. Anyway, it's because of the staff. The staff also believes that they are called to this purpose. Because let me tell you, I've had staff members who have been slapped, who have been cussed at. Me too. We've been cussed out, called the B word, the N word, the every other word that you could be called. I've had staff water thrown on them from a child. And I've had a lot of staff who The kids come back and say, oh my God, you are so amazing. Oh my God, I love you guys. Oh, I don't want to leave. We get all of that. Hey, Daphne, thank you. And it's all fulfillment, because you don't do this work for the money, y'all. You don't do this work to make money, to be wealthy and all that. Maybe one day we can change that trajectory. Right now, that's not happening. Maybe one day. Y'all excuse my office. It's so messy. Me and my husband shared this office, and it is such a mess. This is so terrible. But anyway, please don't judge me on it. Y'all, can y'all please? Okay. Um, so I have this amazing staff who work with us to care for these children. You know, last night at our boys' house, we did have a child who escalated, and it triggered everybody. And at the end of it all, you know, as disheartening that it was that we can't really provide for him the way he needs, we have to be considerate of the staff and the children who are also there. And I pray that he gets the services that he needs, because we just don't have the skill sets for it. We will, because we're going to be doing behavioral rehabilitative services. And that's coming 2022. All right. So this is about your calling. And when you are fulfilling your calling, whatever it is that you feel like you've been called to, your life's worth, the reason why you exist, when you really hold on to that, when you find that in the valley, in the mountains, through the trials, through the tribulations, through the rough times, through the successes, through the hard times, through the learning times, you know that this is what I'm supposed to do. So you stick to it. You don't budge from it. And that's where we are. And I am so thankful for the amazing team who also fulfills this calling with us. So I'm going to try to go down the list, and oh God, please don't let me forget anybody. But I'm going to start first with our Child Placement Agency. Josh Kent is our Child Placement Agency program manager. And when I tell you he is on fire, he shares this passion with me. It's so amazing. I appreciate him and all he's done. He hasn't been with me a good year yet, but I'm telling you, he enjoys what he does because, again, called to it. You have Donovan Dorsey. He's our community outreach person who's going out there trying to get foster parents. You see him on every other Wednesday. He's on vacation right now. Enjoy your vacation. But he's one that, you know, loves this place as well. And he also works at our boys' home. We have Michelle Williams. She's our licenser. She knows those WACs, those Washington Administrative Codes. She knows it. She keeps us in line. And she also works at our girls' home. We have Ariana Farmer, my daughter, who is amazing, as all of these other staff members are. She is our home study writer, and she works also at our girls' home. We also have Erin Lai. Is it Erin Lai? Why do I know Erin's last name? Erin is our associate case manager, and she is amazing. She has taken, when I tell you, Erin she's first of all worked at every facet of JMC, visitation, EPS Boys House, EPS Girls House, as well as now our Child Placement Agency. She is dedicated to this work, and she has taken some hits. She keeps on ticking with these kids. And so we have those guys. Did I miss anybody in CPA? I think I got everybody. Then we have, in our girls' house, we have Tapale, who is my right-hand person. She's our operations supervisor. Right now, she is our intern program manager for the girls' house. And Pale's been with us 3 years on next week. And which is, for us, is a veteran because we've only been in our EPS homes for 3 years. So we have Paulette. She's amazing. She does so well. She's smart. She's really good at organizing and all that kind of stuff. Respected by her team. Claudine, one of my tight people. The kids love her. She's also in my girls' house. The kids love her. They'll call the house just to talk to Claudine. When they leave JMC, they call just to talk to Claudine. That's what they love to do. We have Chloe. She's one of our newer staff members, but she's jumped right in and she enjoys the work. You could tell how they take care of these kids. We have Megan Davis, she's fresh and she's only 2 months, but she's still learning a lot of things about this work. She's been in this work before, but not with teenagers in this capacity. So I appreciate her willingness to learn. We have Vanessa, Miss V. She is amazing. She's bilingual. She can speak Spanish and English, and she is just full of life, and she's so creative. And she's our person that just keeps these girls in line, and they love and respect her as well. We have Miss Oretta, who's also a veteran of mine. She holds down the graveyard shift. We have Miss Crystal, who works not only, she's another one. She works all over the place. She started with me in visitation, and now she's still with us. So she is probably our most tenured, employee besides Tony. So we have Miss Crystal, and I feel like I'm missing somebody we have Janelle. Janelle is one of our persons who works part-time with us. And so we appreciate her as well. Then I'll go to my boys' house. I have Drayshawn. Drayshawn is amazing. These kids love Drayshawn. He gets out there. He's active with them. Caleb is good. He knows how to de-escalate these kids. I told you about Donovan. We have Riley. Riley is part-time. He already works in the school district up north, but he is so dedicated to these kids. He's the one that takes them out and do these amazing hikes and things like that. We have Miss Pua. She's so sweet. She's like a grandmother to these kids. I mean, that she just loves them, give that nurturing that they need. We have Howard, who's amazing. He holds down our graveyard shift along with Elijah. And then we have Marcus. Marcus is also somebody that works with us. He's doing fantastic. He keeps the kids in line and he's disciplined. He interacts with the kids. And all of our staff, they do pro-social activities. And then, of course, holding down everybody in that home is Mavis. She is the manager of that place. I just hope I don't forget anybody. Now, I'm going to go to the anchors, our starting point, which is our parent-child visitation, now known as family time. Tony and Amber. These young ladies have been with me for a very long time, longer than I think anybody. Her, Crystal, and Tony, Amber, and Crystal are my veterans. And they've been with us a long time. And Tony and Amber, they have grown a family time, and they have gone through COVID with family time, and they're still moving forward. And now they've taken on managing K-State support that we do. So thank you to them. We have Miss Janet. Miss Janet works with us. She's part-time. She just holds on to just working with JMC. She just shows love to these kids and is very good at documenting information. We have Athena, who also has been with us for over a year or so. And then we have Shirley, who's been with us over a year. So these are great dynamic people. And I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. So I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. I think I've named everybody. So we have about 30 people who work with us. And these folks have been dedicated, not to JMC, but they're dedicated to their calling to take care of these foster children. And so we are impactful with these kids. Yeah, we have our tough times with them, but we stick with it. And it's not just Trelane. You see my face, but there's a whole army of people behind me. We're still small dogs around here. We plan to be the bigger dogs as time progresses and things like that. Yes, thank you, Labrica. Labrica! How did I forget Labrica? Labrica is my weekend warrior for the visitation. She's been with us for a minute. Tony, am I missing anybody else? I sure don't want to miss anybody else. It's hard. I should have had the roster. Oh, thank you so much, Ronalda. Yes, we went to New Covenant Church. Ronalda Grant, and we've known each other for many, many years. We went to her church, and we got a couple people who are interested in foster care. So we'll be reaching out to them by next week. We'll be reaching out to talk to them about becoming a foster parent. So again, it's about your calling, y'all. And if you're trying to figure out what your calling is, really take time. If you believe in God, pray, ask God to help you. Meditate, whatever it is you do. But there's a reason why you're here. And for me and for my JMC team, we are here to support these foster kids. A couple of honorable mentions I want to have is Rebecca Tola. Rebecca, she is going to be one of our foster parents. She just a caregiver, a natural caregiver. She worked with us for a couple of years or so, and she moved her capacity to where now she does like meal planning and things like that with our boys' home to kind of support them in that way. And so I appreciate her as well. And I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Oh my goodness. Tony, is there anybody I'm missing? Josh, anybody? Yeah, so we're still hiring. We're always hiring for visitation or family time people, case aid support. We're also always accepting applications for our emergency placement homes. If you feel like your calling is to work with an agency that works with foster care services, please come join us. We're great. We have a great, yes. So come join the amazing team at JMC. Meet us and get to know us more. We have a great team. We're so excited to engage with those who share our passions. That is so true. That's Josh. He's supporting me right now. He's so amazing. But I think I've said it before. I'm around these young people because I'm the 5-0, and everybody's like 20 something. A couple of them were 30 something, and then I have one or two that are a little bit older than me. But really dealing with the generation Zers, and they're amazing. So they keep me on top of things. So I appreciate that. So if you have a passion and your passion, again, it's just to work with us. Hey, talk to us because we might find a place for you. We're still growing. We're still learning. We still want to keep evolving and becoming better and better and to provide superior care to these kids we come in contact with. And if your passion falls under the umbrella of becoming a foster parent, come and talk to us. We'll find a role in our village for you. All right. We will find a role in our village. Okay. There's definitely a time. I also want to mention people that we work with. Peggy Partridge is our social media person. She has her own business. She's the one that keeps us with all the pictures and help us with our lives. And I also want to mention Cornelia Thomas. She's an amazing a licensed mental health therapist who knows this work, and she works with our staff to give us advice and different consultations with them. And so we also work with Scott Hanauer. He is a retired executive director from Community Youth Services, and he still does a lot consulting and things like that in the community. These are people who are passionate about the work. I'm talking about your calling, your purpose. So for JMC and our partners and people we partner with, this is our calling. Compelled to Care, Ashley Wamba, Nathan Lasheen from Community Youth Services, and I could go on and on and on. These folks have found their calling and they're doing it wonderfully. They stick to it when things are tough. They stick to it when things are awesome. And so do you want to be a part of that? Do you feel like serving foster children is a part of your calling, a part of your purpose in life, the reason why you exist? If that is the case, hey, check us out. jmckids.com. jmckids.com. And I would be remiss if I did not mention my husband, Alex Davis, who is an amazing supporter. He's the one that got me in this business. And I appreciate him so much. He's the one that got us going in this business. And although he is not day to day, I'm like, Alex, hey, I need some money. He's always looking and thinking of how he could support. He's always looking at that. And I so want, oh, Aaron, we love that you're part of the family as well. Listen, and the last thing I want to say, and it brings me to tears. We lost our beloved Chuck Marlowe, who was also a part of our JMC family. Michelle, his sister, was our program manager. She's relocating to Georgia. And Chuck, some of you may follow him. I think he had a blog called What's Up, Chuck? He would do lives. And he was a miracle in himself, just health-wise. But he worked with us as much as he could. He would do maintenance. But before that, he was helping to manage our family time program. And he did that for about a year or so until his body said, I can't do it. That was a couple years ago. And then he wanted to still stay connected. So he would just help us with maintenance things here and there. But his spirit was so full of life. He would joke about, I just had a stroke. And he would say like this, I just had a stroke. And so he's going to be dearly missed. His energy, his spirit, his He's comical. He was comical and just loved and respected by those, not only his family, but his JMC family as well. So our prayers go out to his family, his wife, and his children, his mother, his sisters, his brothers, all of them. And just know that we are here to support them as well. I've had a wonderful blessing of being attached to his family, not only through his sister Michelle, but also his Michelle's daughter also worked with us, and their friend Monique, Cheryl Sullivan also worked with us. There's all connections. That has all kept us all connected. And then we also, his daughter was a social worker, so we had a couple of her kiddos. So Crystal, thank you. We love you. Crystal's, I mean, she's amazing. She's our rock star. She's one of, I have a lot of rock stars. I can't even just point out one. We've been blessed. We've been blessed. I honestly can say that right now, I don't have anybody that I'm ready to just fire. I don't. I really don't. That's a blessing, y'all. I don't know if you own your own business, but some people you're like, oh Lord, I can't wait till these people start going back to work because I need them, but they're horrible. They're just a body. They're not enhancing your business. So I know I kind of rambled, but I really wanted to come on here and talk about that this work is my calling. This is why I'm doing this. But it's not just me. There's a whole village behind me that's also feels like taking care of these kids is our calling. Do you feel that this is your calling? Will you join us? jmckids.com. Email us at fosters@jmckids.com. We'll be so happy. Thank you, Josh. He's so awesome. He just right on it. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to shut down so I can take me a quick nap. All right. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll see you in a couple weeks. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, everybody.